Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lee Jordan Field for tonight's matchup between the Glacier Pilots and the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. I cannot begin to describe to you how excited I am to be calling the first game of the year, and I am just so beyond excited for this opportunity to be able to call the return of the Alaskan Baseball League since the pandemic. I cannot wait to get started, and I cannot wait to get my career underway. I will be joined tonight by my partner Aaron Davis, although he will be on only sparingly as he has a lot of other responsibilities tonight. Very quickly, I'd like to go over the defense for the Chinooks tonight. We have Will Batts leading off and playing center field, John Mark Mullins batting second, playing short, Matt Magno batting third and playing first, Colby Ferris playing right field, batting in the cleanup spot, John Graham in left, batting in the 5-hole, Joe Keel behind the plate tonight, batting sixth, Pate Fullerton at third base in the hot corner, batting seventh, Patty McCormick playing second base, batting eighth, and Leo Harris will be the designated hitter in the 9-hole tonight. Pitching for the Chinooks will be Zach Sundine. This is the inaugural game for both teams, so I bet you they are very excited to get things rolling. As we get a wonderful announcement from the kids to play ball. For the first time since the pandemic started, we get to play ball. And again, we cannot describe to you how excited we are. So thank you for this opportunity. To all the fans watching on the stream, we thank you very much for joining us tonight. And we hope that we can get more people to watch as the year goes along. This is our first time commentating, so we thank you for your patience, and we hope to get things right more each and every time we get to step up here and do this. Like I said, both teams, this is their inaugural game tonight, so neither team has won or lost a game, so both teams would like to get their season started as great as possible. And one more thing before we get started, I would like to let you know I am feeling a little bit under the weather tonight. Don't worry, I have been tested for COVID and the flu, and everything has come back negative. So I am ready to go. However, I will say that probably at more than a few occasions tonight, I will have to turn my microphone off to cough or sneeze. Please do not worry, everything is fine. I just wanted to give everybody who's watching a fair warning that that probably will end up happening tonight. And thank you very much for your continued patience. The umpires tonight, behind the plate, we have Tom Swabata. At third base, we're going to have Roberto Pattinson. And in first base, we have Tyler Thurmond. And up to bat for the Pilots to lead off this amazing comeback season will be number 7, Fausto Lopez, the shortstop for the Pilots tonight. And the first pitch of this season is down for a ball. Zach Sundine, the pitcher for the Chinooks tonight, lefty. Here's the 1-0. In there for a called strike. And a good curveball gets a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
What a pitch there to go ahead in the count 1-2.
And it's a pop-up in the infield. Called and wrangled in by Patty McCormick at second base. We got one down. The first out of this inaugural season.
Patty McCormick with his usual swagger on that play as they tossed around after the out.
Absolutely. Aaron, how important is it, do you think, for both teams to get this season started in the right way?
I mean, after such a long time off, I think everyone would be real happy to get this season started off with a win. It's a long season, so a loss doesn't kill you, but it always feels good to get a win, especially right off the bat.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. That first pitch was in there for a strike, and that one just misses for a ball. Count is 1-1. And a good curveball. Another good 1-1 curveball. This one tapped out to third base. Throws on to first. 2 down. Great play by Fullerton and great pitch by Sundine. His curveball looks good early, doesn't it, Aaron?
Oh, yeah. It looks phenomenal right now.
So we got 2 down. And in steps Ethan Mann, the third baseman for the Pilots tonight. That last batter was Devin Ornelas. He's going to be playing center field. We will go over the defense for the Pilots in the bottom half of this inning. But for now, Mann steps in, looking to get the first hit of the season for the Pilots. And a good pitch on the outside, but just off the plate. Ball one. And Mann rips it into center field, and that will be the first hit for the Pilots of this game and of this season. Not so sure exactly what kind of pitch that was from Sundine, but it did catch a lot of the plate. And even when you're behind in the count, that's tough, especially against hitters as good as we have here in the Alaskan Baseball League. And that ball is ripped to third, stopped on a hop, throws on to second, and that is out number 3. So the Chinooks go with a clean top of the first inning, and we are excited to bring you the bottom half. And the score will be 0-0, coming back to you shortly. And we are back here live with this game between the Pilots and the Chinooks. It's the bottom half of the first inning if you're just tuning in. And we're going to quickly go over the defense for the Pilots. Batting first, the shortstop, Fausto Lopez, going to be leading off. In the 2-hole, Devin Ornelas, he'll be roaming center field tonight. Ethan Mann, the third baseman, will be batting third. In the cleanup spot, Devin Escher will be playing right field. The 5-hole, Michael McNamara will be at first. Behind the plate tonight, Grant Weiss, he'll be batting 6th. Tom Tavik, the left fielder, will be batting 7th. Taryn Sagita, the designated hitter, will be in the 8-hole. And Devin Lopez, the keystone, second base tonight, will be batting 9th. And pitching will be Owen Hackman. First pitch from Hackman is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1. And bats, it's a ground ball to second base. Played on the hop and throws on to first for the first out of the inning. Up next, we have John Mark Mullins, the shortstop for the Chinooks, looking to get the first hit of this inaugural season for the Chinooks.
Number 15, John Mark Mullins.
And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Understanding that it has only been 2 batters, it appears that Hackman wants to get ahead with this fastball. So we will see if the Chinooks can adjust to that as this game goes along. Fouled back by John Mark Mullins. Count will be 0-2. A A good turnout here tonight for the Chinooks. What looks to be roughly about 200 people here at the stadium. That is an absolutely phenomenal turnout for this community, especially when they haven't seen baseball in what looks to be over 2 years.
Yeah, the crowd here is great. There's on the hill to the left, you can even see kids scattered all up and down that mountain over there.
Absolutely. I even see somebody at the top of the hill wearing a giant bright orange shirt. So it's very hard to keep your eye off of people when they wear those bright clothing. But nonetheless, it does stand out, which I suppose is a good thing. That ball was up in the zone for a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed, ripped into left field for a base hit, and that is the inaugural hit for the Chinooks in this season. And a wide turn at first, and he gets back. John Mark Mullins with a base hit.
Now batting for the Chinooks, first baseman from Northwood University, number 17, Matt Magno.
Stepping up to the plate, number 17, Matt Magno. He's playing first tonight and batting third. Magno, a bit of a power threat. We'll see if he can drive one into the gap, score an early run for the Chinooks here. Once again, fastball right in there for a strike. Count is 0-1. Hackman sets. The 0-1. Just a bit up in the zone. Count is 1-1. And a pick off to first. And Mullins gets back safely. A 1-1 count to Magno. Fastball ripped down the right field line, but foul. That gets into the seats.
That foul ball brought to you by Three Bears, Alaska.
Definitely an energetic crowd tonight, which is something I know from my personal experience I have dearly missed over the last couple of years. So it's wonderful to see such a great community out here. The 1-2. Off speed, up in the zone. 2-2. Both Magno and Hackman taking their time between pitches, trying to feel each other out in this at-bat. The 2-2. Tapped foul.
That foul ball brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisors.
Count remains 2-2. And grounded to second. Let's see if the Pilots can turn two. And it is dropped out at second. And Magno will reach on what is going to be no doubt an error by Lopez at second.
Now batting for the Chinooks, a right fielder from Tarleton State University, number 25, Colby Ferris.
And now batting will be number 25, Kobe Ferris. He is in right tonight. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Hackman is 4 for 4 on first pitch strikes tonight so far. Definitely wants to get ahead with this fastball, at least early on. The 0-1. And that is in there for a called strike two. 0-2. Hackman sets. Fires. Fouled off.
That foul ball brought to you by Bright Star Care.
The 0-2. Good curveball. Fouled off by Ferris.
Way to stay alive there in this at-bat.
Chinooks having some long at-bats here early on. Aaron, what do you think that does to a pitcher's confidence when guys are just fouling everything off, especially this early in a game?
Well, like you said, he's trying to get ahead with his fastball, so when they're jumping on it like that, it definitely makes him question his fastball, and so he might look to go to some other pitches or...
And that ball is ripped into center, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Let's see if they send him. They are. Bats coming to the plate. The throw home, and he is safe. And the runners will hold at second and first. The Chinooks will take a 1-0 lead on a single by Kobe Ferris.
A left fielder out of the University of Northern Colorado, number 22, Jimmy Graham.
And now stepping up to the plate will be, I believe, John Graham. Our PA did say Jimmy, so now I'm questioning whether I have his name correct on here.
Yes, it's John Graham.
It is John Graham. Okay, just wanted to make sure. John Graham takes a fastball in there for a strike. Once again, 5 for 5 for Hackman on first pitch strikes, although it has not done him much good thus far, as 3 of the 4 batters have gotten on base, despite him getting ahead early in the count. Very, very interesting developments here. He has gotten ahead of all 5 batters he has faced here tonight, and yet 4 of them have reached base. Stepping up to the plate will be the catcher tonight, Joe Keel. And that ball's ripped down the line. That is a fair ball. Coming around to score 1 run. 2 runs will score. They're going to send him around. The throw to the plate will be far up the line, and a bases clearing double for Joe Keel, and the Chinooks take an early 4-0 lead. That had to feel great for Keel.
Now batting for the Chinooks, a third baseman from the University of Alabama.
And finally, the first pitch of an at-bat has been a fastball. Every batter so far, and Keel did not miss the first pitch strike, and he ripped it down the line. Stepping up now, Pate Fullerton, the third baseman tonight. And a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Count will be 0-1. Hackman sets, and the pitch. Fly ball to straightaway center. No tag, and he will make the catch. 2 down here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting for the Chinooks, a second baseman from Northern Illinois University, number 5, Patty McCormick.
A returner for the Chinooks. Number 8, Patty McCormick. He will be playing the Keystone tonight. And for those who do not speak advanced baseball language, that does mean second base. And that ball is ripped down to short. Lopez fires, throws on to first. And that will be out number 3, but a great inning for the Chinooks as they score 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. And in the top of the second, we will continue with Michael McNamara leading off for the Pilots. And thank you once again for joining us here in the top of the second inning. The Chinooks are out to an early 4-0 lead thanks to a big bases clearing double from Joe Keel, the catcher tonight. He's got to feel good after that swing.
Yeah, there's no better way to start off a season than that. The strong double down the line and bringing in 3 runs. Just gives you such a great feeling to start off the season.
And once again, we talked about earlier the confidence building, right? The confidence building part of the first game, whether you're a pitcher or a batter, you always want to get things started on the right foot, and Joe Keel definitely made sure he did that.
Exactly. Baseball is such a mental game that just given that boost right at the beginning, it just sets a good foundation to build off for the rest of the season.
I could not agree with you more, Aaron. Leading off this inning for the Pilots will be Michael McNamara. He's playing first tonight. He's batting 5th in the lineup. First pitch from Sundine of this inning is in there for a called strike. And another fastball in there for a called strike, and the count will be 0-2. And a good curveball, but taken down for a ball. Count will be 1-2. And that is what looked to be a changeup down and out of the zone. Count will be even at 2-2. Count will be 3-2. And a good curveball, strike 3 swinging. Zach Sundine looks sharp early. McNamara goes down for the first out of the inning. And up next will be Grant Weiss, who's behind the plate tonight.
Now batting for the Pilots, catcher number 3, Grant Weiss.
And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. And another swing and a miss. And Weiss is down 0-2. Another batter down 0-2 in this game. We've seen that a lot early on. No doubt these batters shaking off a little bit of rust after a long off season. Fastball up in the zone, taken for a ball. Count will be 1-2. The 1-2, curveball, bounced over to third. This might be a tough play. Fires over and makes the play. Pate Fullerton looking good at third early tonight. And that will be out number 2.
Now batting for the Pilots, left field.
And now stepping up will be Tom Tabak. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Tabak is playing left field tonight. Lefty on lefty matchup. Let's see if he can do something with it. And that ball is ripped foul down the left field line. Count will be 0-2.
Ball brought to you by Shotguns and Auto.
And that ball is once again fouled off down the left field line. Count remains 0-2.
Plumbing and excavation.
Sundine sets in the windup. The 0-2. And, oh, thought he had him just outside. Ball 1. Count will be 1-2. Good pitch there by Sundine. 100% Tabak had to work hard to take that one. That's just a good take. And the 1-2. Curveball down, and strike 3. They're going to throw on to first to complete the out, and they do, as Zach Sundine has looked very sharp early. And the Chinooks will head into the bottom of the second with a 4-0 lead when we come back. And we are back here in the bottom of the second inning. Leo Harris batting for the Chinooks as the first pitch is taken way down for ball 1. I think it's safe to say that Leo Harris has become one of the more popular guys in the locker room for the Chinooks so far. The team has a habit of just randomly saying hello to him at any given point in the day. And that's got to be a great feeling for the young man, especially for his first time in Alaska. The 1-0 in there for a called strike. It is good to point out that that last batter was that last first pitch was the first time that he has thrown a ball on the first pitch in this game. Despite being down 4-0, he has done a good job getting ahead of hitters as that ball is tapped to third. That is a fair ball and throws up the line, but he gets him on the tag, and that will be out number 1. Definitely a tough play there for Mann as that ball was hugging the line and hugging the base. Good play there.
Number 10, Will Batts.
And once again, Will Batts will step up to the plate. It feels like we just saw him bat because we did, as the Chinooks got off to a great start, scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-0. Just outside, taken for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch to Batts will be taken just down for ball 2. Got to be frustrating for Hackman. 2 close pitches there, did not get either call. The 2-0 ripped up the middle, but playable for Lopez. He fires on to first and gets the out. Close play at first, but 2 down nonetheless. And stepping up to the plate will be John Mark Mullins. He is 1 for 1 tonight with a base hit that started the rally in the first inning. We'll see if he can do something in this inning. And that ball is taken outside for ball one. And that is inside for ball two. And Mullins definitely made him work in the first inning and looks like he is fit to do the same in this inning. The 2-0 is also taken down for a ball. And a great hitter's count here for Mullins. The count moves to 3-0. The 3-0 pitch swung at and fouled off. 3-0 swinging is definitely a courageous move, especially early on in this game. But luckily it didn't hurt anybody too bad as the count moves to 3-1. And that is taken just outside for ball four as John Mullins gets on base once again, this time with a walk. And stepping up for the second time tonight will be Matt Magno, the first baseman. He reached on an error that proved to be costly as the throw over to first results in a safe call. That definitely proved to be costly for the Pilots as all 4 runs that were on base after that error scored. And that ball is ripped down the line and foul for strike one.
That foul ball brought to you by Scott Bleeker of Prime Lending.
It is absolutely fantastic to see so many amazing people here. It has been quite a while since we have seen this kind of turnout for the Alaskan Baseball League. And that ball is blooped into center field, and that will drop for a base hit. So another base hit for the Chinooks as the top of the lineup is getting it done in the first 2 innings tonight.
Now batting for the Chinooks, right fielder from Tarleton State University.
And stepping up to the plate will be Kobe Ferris, who had a key base hit to drive in the first run of the game his last at-bat. Let's see if he can equal that outcome or possibly go past that outcome here. The 0-0 pitch to Ferris will be in there for a called strike one. Has to be frustrating for Hackman to be able to get ahead of so many hitters tonight, and yet it's not really resulting on anything positive in the score sheet so far. The 0-1. That is fouled off at the plate. Looked like it hit his foot, but it looks like he's all right. The count will move to 0-2 here to Kobe Ferris. And Hackman sets the 0-2 count to Ferris. Ripped down the line, but foul. Runners on first and second here with 2 down in the bottom of the second. So other than the ball count, 2's everywhere. Hackman sets another 0-2. And that one is just outside. Great take by Ferris. That is a 1-2 count. Hackman looking to dance out of danger here in the bottom of the second. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, my goodness. That ball's fouled off, or did it hit him? The umpire seems to be calling a foul ball. I will say, though, from here, it did look like it hit him, but he did swing. So if it were to have hit him and he were not to have made contact, that would have been strike 3, despite the fact that it hit him. So luckily for Ferris, it seems to be that they're calling it a foul ball. And another 1-2 pitch from Hackman. A good curveball popped up and out of play. Ferris putting up another good battle here as he did in his first at-bat. And once again, it must just be very, very, very aggravating for a pitcher, especially this early on in the season and in this game, to have so many batters putting up such long at-bats against you. The 1-2 is tapped down the line and another foul ball.
That foul ball brought to you by Chapo's Mexican Restaurant.
Hackman sets and delivers. The 1-2 pitch and a good curveball sets Ferris down after a long battle. And Hackman dances out of danger here in the second inning, although the Chinooks looking good early on, off to an early 4-0 lead as we come back for the top of the third. And we are back here in the bottom of the third inning. Excuse me, the top of the third inning. As the the Chinooks are out to a 4-0 lead early on. And the bats have definitely been working for the Chinooks here. 4 hits in the first 2 innings for the Chinooks. All within a 4-batter span.
Leading off for the Pilots to begin the top of the third, designated hitter from Vermilion Community College, number 25, Terrence Seguida.
And that pitch is roped and a dive, but he can't get there, and that will be a base hit for number 25, Terrence Seguida, the designated hitter tonight. Just kind of poked that one out there and hoped and prayed, and he got it out there. So that will be a base hit, the second hit of the night for the Pilots. Not a bad pitch by any stretch by Sundine there. However, did not get rewarded for hitting his location. Up next will be Devin Lopez, the second baseman, as the first pitch is in there for a called strike one. Seguida gets his lead off first. And the 0-1, a good curveball in there for strike 2. He's been going to that curveball quite a bit tonight after he gets ahead, and it has worked for him thus far. The 0-2, another good curveball as this is bounced to second. Let's see if they turn it, and they do! A double play for the Chinooks, 4-6-3. Beautiful play by McDermott, finished off by Mullins, and there are 2 down in the inning.
Now batting for the Pilots, shortstop number 7, Fausto Lopez.
And next will be the leadoff man, Fausto Lopez. He is playing short tonight. And that first pitch is in there for a called strike one, and I feel like I have said that a lot tonight. These pitchers are definitely doing a great job of getting ahead in the count so far tonight. The 0-1 fouled off. Good curveball again on 0-1. He has thrown that with good frequency here tonight, and they have not been able to figure it out thus far. And quickly we move to an 0-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 called. A great fastball on the outside, and Lopez goes down looking. Zach Sundine looking fantastic early on as the Chinooks are out to a 4-0 lead going into the bottom of the third. And we are back here in the bottom of the third inning. That's right, this is in fact the bottom of the third inning, despite my earlier error. But leading off for the Chinooks in this inning will be John Graham, number 22. He is playing left field tonight. He got hit with a pitch on an 0-2 count last at-bat. So we will hope for his sake that he does not suffer the same fate in this one, as that is in there for a called strike 1. That looked to be inside, but a called strike nonetheless. And another curveball, that one down. Interestingly, I believe that was the first time he went to a curveball instead of a fastball for the first pitch to a batter. And it definitely worked out for him as he got the call. The 1-1. Rip foul, and this count will move to 1-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Chepo's Mexican Restaurant.
And the 1-2 pitch to Graham. Fouled off right here at our press box.
That foul ball brought to you by Discovery Cove Recovery and Wellness Center.
And Hackman delivers his 1-2. And that is tapped at the mound. Hackman fields, fires on to first, and he gets the out. That will be the first out of the inning. As now Joe Keel, the hero of the first inning, with a 3-run double, will step up to the plate here in the bottom of the third. If you were not here to see that, Joe Keel took a first pitch fastball and ripped it down the right field line for a bases clearing double. That will no doubt be a key factor in this game going forward. That first pitch looked to be off speed, taken down for a ball. Joe Keel is behind the plate tonight and batting in a pretty prime spot in the lineup tonight, as that pitch is in there for a strike. And that pitch is also in there for a strike. The count will move to 1-2. And we will see what Hackman goes to on a 1-2 count. Curveball taken down for a ball. The count will move to even, 2-2. Joe Keel getting a chance to see all of what Hackman has to offer in this at-bat. A 2-2 count. Taken down and probably out for ball 3. And the count moves to a full count. And Keel rips this one down the line again, but this time the first baseman will snag it, Michael McNamara, for out number 2. Another hard hit ball from Keel. This time he was not so lucky. And stepping up to the plate now will be Pate Fullerton. He is playing the hot corner tonight. And in his first at-bat, he flew out to center field. So he would like to turn that fade around here in this at-bat. The 0-0. Down and probably what appeared to be inside for ball 1. I am not certain of Owen Hackman's pitch count up to this point, but it cannot be where him, his teammates, or his coaches want him to be at this point. And that 1-0 pitch is popped foul and out of play by Fullerton. Especially early on in the year, it's very important for pitchers to keep their pitch count low, especially due to the fact that their coaches will most likely already have a pitch count placed on them as to not tire out their arms so early in the season. The 1-1 count, ripped to second base, Lopez fields and fires across the diamond for out number 3. We will return in the top of the 4th inning with the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks, leading 4-0 in this inaugural contest. And we are back here in the top of the 4th inning with the Chinooks off to a early 4-0 lead here against the Pilots. And by the way, they are called the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks, despite my constant screw-ups to say the name. But eventually, I will get it right. Leading off this inning is Devin Ornelas, the center fielder for the Pilots tonight. First pitch is grounded back to the mound. Great snag by Sundine. He fires on to first for the first out of the inning. So 2 ground outs early on for Ornelas. Definitely not the way he wanted to start his season off. And next up will be Ethan Mann. He has one of the 2 hits thus far tonight for the Pilots with a base hit in the first. He is playing third base tonight. And definitely he would like to get up there and get Zach Sundine out of this great rhythm he has found himself in early on. And that pitch is taken outside for ball 1. Sundyne, despite that last pitch, has done a fantastic job tonight of getting ahead of hitters. And a curveball in there to even up the count at 1-1. Sundyne looks to have his fastball and curveball working at great lengths so far this evening, as his 1-1 is another good curveball in there for strike 2. And the count will move to 1-2 on Ethan Mann. And that ball is just inside. Definitely where Keel wanted that one, but just a bit off the plate, so the count moves to an even 2-2. Sundyne working quickly, fires, and a good curveball again. That one's tapped down the line, but just foul. And the count will stay here at 2-2. Sundyne fires in the 2-2. Ground ball again down the third base line, and once again foul. Ethan Mann doing what very little hitters have done for the Pilots tonight, and that is work the count. Sundyne has kept his pitch count low thus far this evening. So Mann putting up a good fight here in this at-bat. Let's see if he can win the battle. The 2-2. Up and out for ball 3, and this is the first full count that we have had for Sundyne this evening. Would definitely do great for the Pilots' confidence to get a base runner here. Let's see if it happens. The 3-2, curveball, down the line and foul. Sundyne has been able to get batters out with that curveball thus far tonight, but Mann has been spoiling it all at bat. So we will see how Sundyne adjusts here in this at bat. The 3-2. Fastball ripped deep into left center field, and that ball is gone. Ethan Mann takes a 3-2 pitch from Sundyne, and there is a chink in the Chinook armor here early on as the Pilots now cut the lead to 3, and it is a 4-1 ball game. That 3-2 fastball left just a little bit up, and Ethan Mann did not miss it. And we will see if Sundyne can reset here after that home run. And a curveball is taken down for ball 1. And after what was a breeze for the first 3 1/3 innings, Sundyne has given up a home run here. And the 0-1 is a fastball tapped down the third base line, foul. Sundyne takes a deep breath, sets, and fires in the 1-1. And that is taken just outside for ball 2. Pretty good pitch there from Sundyne. Does not get the call that I'm sure he would have liked. Good execution nonetheless. Working quickly, the 2-1. Curveball in there for strike 2, and the count moves to an even 2-2. This is a big batter for Sundyne, as he'd like to put that home run behind him. And another tapper down the line, foul. They have been spoiling the curveball this inning, specifically by fouling off down the third base line, adjusting to the fastball. We will see how Sundyne can figure this out. And a fastball just outside, 3-2, another full count here. Pilots definitely doing a good job making an adjustment second time through the order. The 3-2 pitch from Sundyne is a fastball on the inside and hit foul down the first base line, and the count remains full. As a lefty, this would be a great time to show off a good lefty changeup if he does have one. So we will see what Sundyne goes with on a full count here. The 3-2. And a curveball just outside. Thought he had him. But instead, Devin Escher, the right fielder, will take ball 4. So Sundyne His last 2 at-bats, given up a home run and walked a man. So he's going to look to adjust here, no doubt. We will see how he pitches Michael McNamara, who struck out swinging in the second inning in his first at-bat. And that is a first pitch fastball tapped foul over here by our press box. Sundine keeping a close eye on Escher at first. The 0-1 is another curveball on 0-1, tapped foul. He has gone to that curveball on 0-1 with great success tonight, and it happens once again. Sundine looks in, shakes off, gets the pitch he wants, takes a good look at Escher over at first, fires. Decent 0-2 curveball there, but a good spit by McNamara as the count moves to 1-2. McNamara, no doubt, looking to drive one into the gap to get that run home. And a fastball, tapped foul and out of play down the first base line. Count remains at 1-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Chepo's Mexican Restaurants.
And Sundine sets and delivers the 1-2, and that is a called strike 3. Good curveball on the outside corner as McNamara goes down for the second time thus far tonight, this time looking, and that will be out number 2.
Now batting for the Glacier Pirates, catcher number 3, Grant.
Stepping up to the plate will be Grant Weiss, number 3, and behind the plate tonight for the Pilots. Both the catchers for both teams tonight are batting in the 6 hole, just in case anybody is interested in certain facts like that. And the runner is going, fired down from Keel, and he got him! Not the best throw from Keel, but it works out nonetheless as it hopped right to McCormick at second base, and that will be out number 3. Despite the home run early on in the inning, the Chinooks remain ahead in the game 4-1, and we will be back in the bottom of the 4th.
State Northridge, number 27, Zuko Tillman.
Okay, I messed up this last inning, and I don't know how to fix it.
And we are back here in the bottom of the fourth with the first pitch, a ball for the Pilots, and that one is in there for ball two. A new pitcher for the Pilots. It appears to be number 27, Zuko Tillman. I will say it is a fantastic first name. And that ball is ripped into the 5-6 hole. Stopped by Lopez, but he will have no play. And that will be a base hit for Patty McCormick.
Now batting for the Chinooks.
And now stepping up for the Chinooks will be number 24, Leo Harris. He is the designated hitter tonight. He grounded out to third base in his first at-bat. And that ball is up from Tillman for ball one. And the 1-0 from Tillman in there for a called strike one. Tillman appears to have a very violent delivery, at least compared to Hackman before. And that ball is just off the plate. Thought he was going to get that call there. He did not, and that moves the count to 2-1. Harris taking a deep breath in the box. And looks like he is crowding the plate just a little bit. We've definitely seen that strategy implemented before as that pitch is in there for strike number 2. Big moment here in this inning. Let's see if Harris can get something going for the Chinooks with nobody out. Runner on first. You know he'd at least like to advance that runner to second base. And there is a big hole in between second and first to do so. And that ball is fouled off as McCormick was taking off to second base, but definitely had to spoil that one. And Tillman sets, takes a good look at McCormick over at first, and the 2-2 is a great curveball in there for strike 3. Do not believe Harris saw that in that at-bat, so he probably was not looking for it, which makes that a great call. And he goes down looking for the first down in the inning. And in his third at-bat of the game thus far, Will Batts steps up to the plate. He has 2 groundouts on the evening, one to second base and one to short, and he would like to not repeat that, as it is very possible that that will be not just 1 out, but 2, as the throw over to first, and McCormick gets back safely. Will Batts definitely chokes up significantly on his bat. Once again, something that we have seen many times before, and that one is in there for called strike 1. Tillman sets, takes a good look at McCormick at first. Fires as McCormick takes off. The throw down will not be in time, and McCormick has his first stolen base of this young campaign. The dugout very excited to see McCormick steal his first base of the season. And now it becomes Bat's job to, at the very least, move McCormick over to third base. And that is a great curveball from Tillman, and Bats was not ready for it. Swing and a miss. That moves the count to 1-2. That means tactically, a ground ball to second base now would not be the end of the world, as it would most likely mean McCormick could move over to third base, whereas before, with a runner on first, clearly a ground ball to second base would not be something you would want to do. And a ground ball back to the mound, and McCormick caught trying to head to third, and he will be out. Tough base running decision there by McCormick. I bet you he'd like to take that one back. But he cannot, and unfortunately, that will result in the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Chinooks, a shortstop for the University of Alabama, Birmingham, number 15.
And now, stepping up to the plate, John Mark Mullins, the shortstop. He has gotten on base in both of his at-bats tonight. First with a single and second with a walk. And here in the bottom of the fourth, no doubt he would like to continue that trend. The first pitch from Tillman is in there for a called strike one. Tillman has looked good this inning thus far, pounding the strike zone with relative ease. The 0-1. Down for a ball, and just as I say that, the ball gets away from the catcher, which allows Will Batts to take second without a will or a threat. And John Mark Mullins, if he can get one in the outfield, most likely that will mean the speedy center fielder Batts will be able to come around and score. So no doubt he's looking for that. And the 1-1 pitch is ripped back foul. Just missed that one. And this count moves to 1-2. And the 1-2 from Tillman is tapped to short. Lopez fields and fires, makes the play for the third out of the inning. Nothing doing here for the Chinooks. They have been held scoreless since their great first inning, but nonetheless, they do still lead this game 4-1. And the Pilots look to get back rolling as they scored their last run in last inning. And so they're going to look to continue that trend here when we come back in the top of the fifth. And we are back here live for this game between the Pilots and the Chinooks. Chinooks out to an early 4-1 lead here, going into the top of the fifth. And leading off for the Pilots, we have Grant Wise. He was the last batter of last inning. However, Devin Escher, as that ball is taken down for ball one, was caught stealing second base to end the inning. So once again, Grant Wise gets his chance to get something going for the Pilots. Not much going other than the fourth inning home run from Ethan Mann. And that ball's fouled back as the count moves to an even 1-1. Other than that, they only have 2 hits to their name. So 3 hits total for them tonight. As Zach Sundine has looked pretty darn good to open this ball game and to open this season. And that's got to feel great for a pitcher to come out here and want to do so well as that pitch is taken down for a ball and definitely deliver here, at least early on. But now at this point, roughly 4 innings in, you'd like to wonder when his pitch count is going to start to become a factor and when his endurance is going to start to become a factor. And all we can do is wait and see as this 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. That count moves to 2-2. And Sundine delivers the 2-2. Another curveball taken down for ball 3, and the count moves full. Another good at-bat here for the Pilots. They've been able to scrap together a few good at-bats here in a row. And Sundyne fires the 3-2, and a curveball down, swing and a miss. Keel has to make the play to first, and he does. And another strikeout here for Sundyne.
Now batting for the Glacier Pilots, left fielder, number 14, Tom.
And next to bat will be Tom Tabak, the left fielder. He struck out in his first at-bat of the game, which occurred in the second inning. And umpire checking to make sure Keel is okay, and it appears to be all right as he gives a thumbs up to his dugout and to the fans here. Appears to be okay. And I'm sure Sundyne definitely does not want anything to happen to his catchers. He's called a great game so far as that first pitch is ripped down the third base line, but foul. Once again, Tom Tabak struck out here in the first inning, no doubt in part due to the lefty-lefty matchup here, but we'll see if he can make something happen here. The 0-1. Curveball tapped over to first. Tough play, but Magno makes the play. Great job by Magno. That is a tough hop. Had to come in and charge that one and kind of had to field it in between. But he's able to make the play, and that is the second out of the inning. Sundyne, 2/3 of the way through, having a nice bounce-back inning from that home run here, as that first pitch curveball, I bet you Sundyne wanted that one, but he did not get it. That is inside for ball 1. As Terran Segita gave a nice wry smile over to the dugout on that one. I think he might have been a little bit fooled on that one, as that fastball is taken outside, and the count moves to 2-0. Good hitter's count here for Segita, as he ripped a single in his first at-bat. The 2-0. And that ball is hit down the left field line, and it will fall without a play. And the count moves to 2-1. Segita sets in the batter's box. Sundyne sets and fires. That curveball is tapped foul, possibly off the foot of Segita. Appears to be okay. And the count moves to 2-2. Two's wild here in the fifth inning. 2 on. Oh, I'm sorry, not 2 on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that ball is ripped down the line, but foul. Count remains 2-2. And Sundyne sets and fires the 2-2 pitch. And a curveball taken down. Good take by Segita. Count moves to 3-2 once again. Had a lot of full counts here in the last couple of innings for Sundyne. That has to wear on your pitch count, especially this early in the season. But no doubt he'd like to finish this inning. 3-2 pitch is taken down for ball 4 as Segita, with another great at-bat, draws a walk here in the top of the 5th. And now batting, Devin Lopez, the second baseman. He hit into a costly double play in his last at-bat in the third inning. Obviously, that is not a possibility here in this at-bat, but he'd like to, at the very least, get something into the outfield as that pitch is taken down for a ball. Despite the early home runs, Sundyne has looked very, very sharp here. But no doubt, at this point, you have to wonder if fatigue will start to set in early in a season. And a curveball looped in there for a called strike, and the count moves to 1-1. No doubt endurance will play a part for both teams here. I know from experience, the Chinooks only have had a few days to practice and get ready for this season, and who knows what these guys have done before the season as time is called. No doubt these guys keep themselves in tremendous shape. However, it is worth noting that they only had a few days to practice and stretch themselves out before this season started, as that ball's tapped foul. So it's only right to wonder, when will endurance, when will fatigue start to set in, when will soreness start to set in? this early in the season. It's just something you have to adjust to. But Soreness does not appear to be holding back Sundyne thus far in this game, as he has once again looked very, very sharp. And he stares down Sagita at first, fires on a 1-2 count, and a curveball ripped up the middle for a base hit. No! Taken by... Wow, what a play by John Mark Mullins, robbing me of a base hit. Or excuse me, not robbing me of a base hit. I am not playing baseball, but robbing Devin Lopez of a hit even fooled me. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. What a play by Mullins, and we will move with that energy burst to the bottom of the fifth as the Chinooks lead 4-1. And we are back here in the bottom of the fifth inning as Matt Magno will lead off, and that pitch is taken down for ball one. Matt Magno has reached on an error and singled here in this one, so he is a crisp 1 for 2. First time facing Tillman, however, as that pitch is in there for strike. Tillman, no doubt, working very quickly here in this inning, so quickly that the first base coach was not even out yet. And the 1-1. And that ball's tapped down the third base line, foul. The count moves to 1-2.
That foul ball brought to you by J.R. Septic Plumbing and Excavation.
Tillman sets, looks in, and time is called. As Magno did not like the rhythm that he was seeing from Tillman. Trying to get him off his timing as the 1-2 pitch comes in, down and in for ball 2. Magno, determined to get on base, faces the 2-2 pitch, and he taps it to short. This might be a tough play for Lopez, but he makes it. Great play by Lopez as Magno makes the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Chinooks, a right fielder from Tarleton State University, number 25.
Lopez has definitely looked good over there at short. Seems he is very, very prepared to make that chopper look good. And the first pitch to Colby Ferris is taken outside for a ball. Colby Ferris singled in his first at-bat to drive in a run and struck out in his second at-bat. So right now, it is a coin flip to see what will happen here. But the count moves to a great hitter's count, 2-0. See what Ferris can do with it. Tillman sets and fires, and he hits a fly ball into right center field. Ornelas calls and makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting for the Chinooks,
Not a lot of fly balls here in this game. Pitchers have definitely done a good job of keeping the ball on the ground, keeping hitters off balance, and not forcing them to elevate. Definitely here up in the mountains, elevation is a key factor as that ball's tapped out to second base, and Lopez fires across and makes the third out of the inning. John Graham making the third out there, and we will quickly move into the top of the 6th inning with the Chinooks remaining on top in this ball game, 4-1. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in Chinooks baseball for this game between the Pilots and the Chinooks. Chinooks up early in this one, or I guess it's not really early anymore, as it is the top of the 6th inning, so they are up 4-1. And we have a pitching change, as Brendan Argamanis has come in to relieve Zach Sundine, who no doubt pitched a great ball game. Just one blemish on the score sheet for Sundine, as he gave up a home run in the 3rd inning. But other than that, he did a fantastic job keeping the Pilots' bats at bay in this one. We will see if Argamanis can have similar success. And for the Pilots, this is a perfect scenario, as Sundine is no longer someone they have to worry about. And they have the top of the order coming up here in the top of the 6th, with Fausto Lopez coming up as he takes a hack at the first pitch and taps it foul and out of play. Count moves to 0-1. Brendan Argamanis, the hard-throwing righty. This is his first outing of the year, very clearly, as this is everybody's first outing of the year. And that is a good slider, but a even better take from Lopez there as the count moves to 1-1. We will see what Argamanis can do here in this inning. The 1-1, good fastball, fouled off again. Count moves to 1-2. Argamanis in the windup, fires, and that is taken down for ball 2. And that ball is taken just down for ball 3, and the count moves full. And despite the threat of rain earlier, as this full count pitch is ripped into left field, but right to John Graham in left, and that will be the first out of the inning. Good swing by Lopez, but unfortunately he did not get rewarded as he makes the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Glacier Pilots, center fielder, number 2,
So anyways, as I was saying before, despite the threat of rain early on, it turned out to be a beautiful night here in Eagle River, as it is roughly 63 degrees here. And that ball is in there for a called strike one. Argamanis fires in the 0-1. That ball is taken outside. Ball one. Count moves to 1-1. And that pitch is fouled back for strike two. Devin Ornelas is up to the plate. He's playing center field tonight. He is 0 for 2 thus far with a ground ball to third base and a ground ball back to the pitcher. So we will see what Ornelas can do here in this at-bat, if he can turn around his fortunes thus far this evening. And that ball is taken outside for ball two. Ornelas takes a deep breath, and Argamanis fires, and that is a called strike. 3 on the outside corner, good fastball. And Argamanis puts Ornelas away. I apparently combined two people's names there. I apologize. If Brendan's parents are watching, I promise I know your son's name. It was an absolutely phenomenal pitch there by Argamanis. As that becomes the second out of the inning, and in steps Ethan Mann, who is 2 for 2 tonight, and who is responsible, as that pitch is fouled back, and is responsible for the lone run on the Pilot scoreboard today, as he hit a third-inning home run that has accounted for their only score thus far. Here in the top of the 6th in this game between the Pilots and the Chinooks, for those of you who are just joining us. That ball looked like a pretty good pitch there from Argamanis, but it is taken for a ball, and the count moves to 1-1. No doubt Argamanis wanted that one, but he works quickly and fires in there, and that one is a check swing, and they appeal down to first, and he does not swing, says the first base umpire. Count moves to 2-1. Once again, working quickly, fires, and that is a great fastball right in there for strike two. Swing and a miss. Count moves to an even 2-2. Once again, deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the inning. Argamanis sets and fires the 2-2, and that ball is taken down. Count moves full. 3-2 count to Ethan Mann, and this is the count that he hit the home run on, so no doubt Argamanis will keep that in mind as he sets to make this pitch. 3-2. And that ball looked like it hit him in the hand, and looks like we're going to have an appeal here from the umpire. Not sure if they're going to let him walk to first or if they're going to say he fouled that one off his bat. And it looks like the home plate umpire, Tom Swoboda, is going to ask for help here from his fellow umpiring crew. No doubt this is a pretty big call this late in the game, as this would either let this at-bat continue, and they are calling it that it did indeed hit Ethan Mann, and that he did not swing, and so he will be able to take first base. That is his 3rd time on base this evening thus far, and definitely the start that Ethan Mann would have wanted for himself when he joined the Pilots. And in steps Devin Escher, the right fielder. He is 0 for 1 tonight with a walk, and he attempted to steal a base earlier and was unsuccessful. So he would look to change his fortunes here, and also change the fortunes of the Pilots, as they have a runner on first here with 2 outs in the inning. And Argamanis fires. That pitch in there is fouled back for strike 1. No doubt a play like what just occurred. It's going to be interesting to see how Argamanis handles that tough call and see if he bounces back here or if he lets it bother him and lets the inning get to him. And throw over to first, no doubt. He got back safely. Argamanis looks into the catcher and fires, and a good slider there. That ball's tapped foul down the third base line, and the count moves to 0-2. Good count for Argamanis. Looking to bounce back after walking, or more accurately, hitting the last hitter. Argamanis sets and fires, and that ball's up. Count moves to 1-2. Argamanis sets, fires, and another good off-speed pitch, but an even better take by Escher. The count moves to 2-2. No doubt it cannot be understated that this is the first game for both teams, as everybody's looking to kind of feel their way into the Alaskan Baseball League, even those who have played before, as it has been about 2 years since this league has been reopened. And a check swing there, and they said he went, and that is a called strike 3, as Argamanis with a good fastball, and no doubt Devin Escher is not happy with that call, but nonetheless, it is the final call, and therefore, the Chinooks will head into the bottom of the 6th inning, up 4-1. And we are back here in the bottom of the 6th inning with this game between the Glacier Pilots and the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Chinooks up here 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th with the, no doubt, what will be the hero of this game, Joe Keel, stepping up to the plate as he had a 3 RBI double in the bottom of the 1st inning. That accounted for the vast majority of the runs, not just for the Chinooks, but for both teams in this one. And that pitch is taken outside. The count moves to 2-0. And a great count for Keel, as no doubt he looks to continue the trend of staying hot as he swings and misses. And I think he would want that one back if he could have a redo. But unfortunately, there are no redos in baseball unless the umpires say to redo, which does not happen often. So the count, nonetheless, moves to 2-1. Tillman sets and fires, and that ball is tapped over to Lopez at short. Throws on to first and makes the play for the first out of the inning. So after the heroic double here, not here, but in the top of the first or the bottom of the 1st inning, Keel has grounded out twice. So no doubt, though, he will 100% take his game if the Chinooks do eventually go on to win this one. And in steps Pate Fullerton, the 3rd baseman. Tillman fires and is in there for a called strike 1. Pate has flied out to center field and grounded up to 2nd base. So we will see if he can turn around his fate and fortune in this one. as that ball is taken way upstairs for ball 1. And that ball is taken outside for ball 2. No matter how this game ends up, well, concluding for the Chinooks, no doubt they will 100% love the way that they started this season. As that pitch is in there for strike 2. The count moves to 2-2. As they have looked good at the plate, good in the field. And Zach Sundine had a great first outing for himself. And that ball is swung on and missed. Good curveball from Tillman. As Fullerton goes down swinging for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Chinooks, second baseman from Northern Illinois University, number 5.
In steps Patty McCormick, who got a base hit and a stolen base his last at-bat. McCormick, a returner here to the Chinooks. And that ball is taken upstairs for ball 1. And that ball is ripped deep into left center, but it looks like that's going to be tracked down and caught out there by Tabak. And that will be the third out of the inning. So a quick inning for the Pilots, which is no doubt exactly what they were looking for. And we will head to the top of the 7th when we come back. And we are back here in the top of the 7th inning with the Chinooks up 4-1. If you were just joining us, the Chinooks took an early 4-0 lead in the first inning, capped off by a 3-run double by catcher Joe Keel. And since then, bats for both teams have been very quiet, other than an Ethan Mann home run in the 3rd inning, as this 1-0 pitch is taken for ball 2. A new pitcher for the Chinooks, Honus Kindreich. He is another returner for the Chinooks. So a good first inning of work for Brendan Argamanis. in the last inning. And the 2-0 is taken down and out for ball 3. Michael McNamara at the plate. He has struck out twice, so no doubt he's looking to reverse his fortunes here. But he has put himself in a great count to do so. And that ball is taken way outside. And a 4-pitch walk to start the day for Honus Kindreich. Not the way you want to start, but plenty of time to bounce back here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting for the Glacier Pilots.
And now stepping up to the plate for the Pilots, the catcher, Grant Weiss. And Kindreich throws over to first. And McNamara gets back safely. No doubt Kindreich would want to keep the ball down to try and induce a double play as that curveball is taken down for a ball. Ball 1. Kindreich has yet to throw a strike here, although very clearly that will change. Kindreich looks in, takes a peek at first, fires, and that is also down for a ball. Strike fires, and that is in there for a strike. Hopefully that will allow Kindreich to get himself into a rhythm here in the top of the 7th inning. As even though there's only one runner on base, it is still a very close game. So you definitely do not want to be walking the ballpark here, as that one is also in there for a strike. The count moves to 2-2 on Grant Weiss, who has grounded out and struck out here in this one. So he is 0 for 2 to start his season. Let's see what Kindreich goes to here on 2-2. And a curveball, no doubt. Kindreich wanted that one, but just inside and off the plate. That will move the count to 3-2. We have seen that curveball called a couple of times tonight, but Kindreich does not get the benefit of the doubt here. Kindreich looks into the catcher. Again, takes a peek at first and fires, and that ball is just batted away and foul.
That foul ball brought to you by Chapo's Mexican Restaurant.
Kindreich looking to induce a ground ball or get Weiss to strike out here as that ball is taken outside for ball 4. So 2 walks to start the inning for the Pilots. Great for them, but also 2 walks to start the inning for Kindreich. Not great for him. And that will force the pitching coach to come out and meet with his pitcher. Hopefully he can talk something into him, make an adjustment or two.
Welcome to Representative Ken McCarty, based out of Chugiak Eagle River.
As a pitcher, you definitely want to get yourself off to a good start, at the very least in execution of your pitches. At times, yes, it can be frustrating to execute your pitches and have the other team just hit the ballpark, but at the very least you can go home and know that you executed your pitches. But when you're not executing your pitches and the success isn't coming, that's something that's very, very difficult to get over, at least for a couple of days. So no doubt Kindreich will want to make an adjustment here and at the very least begin to execute his pitches, no matter what the result ends up being. So stepping up to the plate in a pretty big spot is Tom Tabak, the left fielder. He is 0 for 2 thus far here in this ball game. Not a lot of hits to go around, and that ball is hit in between third and short, and that is a tough play, and they got him. What a play by John Mark Mullins. That is another web gem of a play that he has made today, and a tough call over there at first. But nonetheless, Tabak is called out, and got to be frustrating if you're the Pilots to not get that close call when you're down in this one. But that will be the first out of the inning. And in steps Terran Sagita, who has gotten on base twice, so he has had success here in this one. And that ball is taken down. Definitely a productive out last at bat for Tabak, as he at the very least moved the runners over and put Sagita in a position to drive in 2 runs if he's able to execute here, as that ball's fouled off. Looked like his arm, but he appears to be okay. Count moves to 1-1 here to Sagita. Devin Lopez waiting on deck, hoping that he gets a chance to drive in some runs as well in this inning and put the Pilots back possibly in the driver's seat of the momentum of this ball game. That ball is fouled off, and the count moves to 1-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Discovery Cove Recovery and Wellness Center.
Sagita steps into the box, ready to face this 1-2 pitch from Kindreich. Kindreich fires, and a curveball is hit out to second. That will no doubt drive in a run, as Sagita does his job, but so does Kindreich. There will be 2 down in the inning, and Devin Lopez will step up, hoping to get that run home from third. Devin Lopez has grounded out twice in this ball game, and that kind of result will not help him in this at-bat. So he's looking to drive one, possibly into the gap, in this at-bat to get that run home from third. And that curveball is way up and in, as Lopez had to dance out of danger there. And that safely is ball 1. A 4-2 ball game here in the top of the 7th inning, as the Chinooks have led since the opening frame of this one. As that pitch is in there for a called strike 1, the count moves to 1-1. Once again on a 3-run double by Joe Keel in the first inning. Chinooks scored all 4 of their runs in the first, and have only had 1 hit since the first. So after the first inning, the Pilots have done a great job, as that is a good curveball swung on and missed. And the count moves to 1-2. The Pilots pitchers have done a great job of keeping the Chinooks bats at bay after that first inning. But the Chinooks pitching has done an equally good job of keeping the Pilots bats at bay in this one, as that is a great curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Kindreich strands the runner at third, so after 2 walks with nobody out in the inning, Kindreich only gives up 1 run, keeps the Chinooks in the lead as we move on to the bottom of the 7th inning right after this quick break. And we are back here in the bottom of the 7th for this game between the Glacier Pilots and the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. For those of you who have missed up to this point, the Chinooks got off to a great start, scoring 4 runs in the first, but have been relatively quiet at the plate since. Leo Harris, the designated hitter, leads off this inning against a new pitcher, Cody Kerfman. Kerfman's first pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Kerfman actually a graduate of Chugiak High School right here in Eagle River. So definitely a great moment for him as his second pitch is taken outside for a ball. Leo Harris would like to get off his early game schneid as he grounded out to third base and has struck out looking in this one. Definitely like to put a ball into the gap as that ball is swung on and missed. Count moves to 1-2 for Harris. Kerfman wearing number 24, as well as Leo Harris wearing number 24 in this one. So it's a nice 24 versus 24 matchup, and Kerfman wins that battle with a great 1-2 curveball as Harris goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Chinooks, the center fielder from the Masters College.
Definitely when I see the number 24 on a baseball jersey, I cannot help but think of the great Manny Ramirez when he played for the Indians, and then eventually the Red Sox and Dodgers. And that pitch is swung on and missed by Will Batts, who is 0 for 3 here in this one, although he did reach base last time on a fielder's choice. And the 0-1 is ripped right to McNamara at first, and he takes it himself for the second out of the inning. And last I heard of Manny Ramirez, he was playing in Japan, and I do not know if he is continuing to do that. I hope he's not, because I'm pretty sure he's got to be in his 50s by now. So that would just be so uncomfortable at that point. But you never know. Who knows? Maybe one of you guys in the comment section on YouTube will send me some videos of in Japan of Manny Ramirez hitting some home runs or something. I don't know. So we will see how that goes. As that pitch is taken for a ball by John Mark Mullins, who is 1 for 2 tonight with a walk and has made some great defensive plays at shortstop tonight. No doubt he's having a great start to his season in this one. As that pitch is taken just inside for a ball. Guarantee you Kerfman wanted that one, but did not get the call. And Kerfman's 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Not the 2-0 pitch that Mullins wanted, evidently. So we will see where this at-bat goes in this 2-1 count. And that pitch is taken just up for ball 3. So another good count for Mullins, and we will see if he can take advantage of this good hitter's count here. With 2 outs here, and the heart of the order about to come up, he would definitely love to drive one here, and that ball is taken outside, ball 4. And Mullins draws his second walk of this contest for an opening batting average of .750. Not too shabby, I would say. Not too shabby at all. And now stepping up, Matt Magno. He reached on an error in the first, singled in the second, and grounded out to shortstop in the third. So we will see where this at-bat goes, as he has kind of been all over the place here in this one. Tough to tell whether that would be considered a good game, an average game, a bad game. We will see in this one, as the first pitch of the at-bat is a ball. And he takes off, and that is a ball down the line. Can't tell from here, but Mullins definitely had a good jump on that one. Couldn't tell if he would have made it, obviously, as I cannot see the future. However, I think if Magno had a second chance, he may not have swung at that one. We'll see if they go back to letting Mullins steal here on this pitch. Mullins holds. The 1-1. Nice curveball in there from Kerfman. Magno did not like that call. That appeared to be a pretty good pitch, however, and the count moves to 1-2. And the 1-2 from Kerfman trying to dance out of this inning. And a pickoff, and they had Mullins leaning, but the throw goes by the first baseman. And Mullins is going to head for third, and he is going to get in there standing up. And a costly throwing error by Kerfman there. And now the Chinooks are in a great position to score another run here if Magno can put one into the gap. I will say, tough to tell if that was an error on the pitcher or the first baseman. So, I will say I did jump the gun a little bit on that one, saying that that was a costly error by Kerfman, as that might not have been on him. I couldn't really tell from here. But judging by the way he's smiling and judging by the body language of the pitching coach and everything, it appears that that will be an error on the pitcher. If I am incorrect, put that in the comments below. And no matter what, this count is 1-2 and a good off-speed pitch. Great take by Magno as the count moves to 2-2. No doubt Kerfman wanted that one. And that ball is popped up behind the catcher. Weiss goes after it, and he cannot get it. Good effort, however, as he looks into the press box and smiles at my talking nature. It's good to see people in such good spirits here. It's definitely refreshing, especially after so long without having baseball here, as time is called by the catcher, possibly to catch his breath after going after that foul ball, but I doubt it. These guys appear to be in great physical shape out here, as you have to be able to play in the ABL, as that ball is popped up, and Lopez at second base will corral it for the third out of the inning. And the Chinooks come up empty-handed despite having a runner on third base here, but they do still lead 4-2 going into the top of the 8th inning. And we are back here in the top of the 8th inning with Fausto Lopez leading off here. Fausto has played a good shortstop here tonight as that pitch is taken down for a ball. And I have just been informed by one of our lovely listeners that Manny Ramirez is in fact not in his 50s. However, he is 49, so he is literally as old as you can be without being in your 50s. Unless you say that if you're in your 60s, that doesn't count, but that would be way older. And apparently, just in case anybody other than me is interested, he signed with a team in New Zealand, but however, they were not allowed to play because of COVID restrictions. So thank you to our wonderful fan, Wyatt Wewell, which if you have heard that name before, he was actually a former commentator for the Chinooks several years ago. So thank you, Wyatt, for letting me know about Manny Ramirez. And that ball is hit down the line, but foul, as the count moves to 2-2 here in the top of the 8th inning. No doubt the Pilots have to get something going as they are running out of chances to tie this ball game up. or to take the lead here. This has been a great game here. Definitely, other than the bottom of the first inning, a complete pitcher's duel. And that ball is tapped over to short as Mullins fires across. Oh, what a play! Another web gem for John Mark Mullins. He has played fantastic tonight, and he continues to showcase his talents here in the first game of the season. He has to love the way he's playing tonight.
Now batting for the Glacier Pilots, center fielder, number 2, Devin Ornelas.
And now stepping up to the plate is Devin Ornelas, as that ball is taken in there for a strike. Devin Ornelas has had a tough day at the plate thus far. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So he'd definitely like to reverse his fortunes here. That ball is also taken in there for a strike. Ornelas quickly down 0-2. Definitely looking to feel out Kindreich. But unfortunately, it has not worked for him so far as the count quickly moves to 0-2. Kindreich looks to put him away, and he does rather quickly with a strike 3 fastball out of the zone. And Ornelas could not help but swing at it as there are quickly 2 down in the inning. Kindreich has definitely bounced back from his 2 earlier walks, and he is now on the precipice of pitching 2 innings in his debut and has done a great job in the back half of this game of keeping the Chinooks in a healthy lead. So Ethan Mann steps up, who is responsible for a good amount of the Pilots' offense today, as that pitch is in there for a strike. His 3rd inning home run up until the last inning accounted for all of the offense for the Pilots in this one before they were able to get to Kindreich in the last inning. That pitch is close but taken inside for ball 1. Ethan Mann has had a good day at the plate today. He's 2 for 2 with a single, a home run, and a walk, so he has yet to be gotten out in this one. Kindreich would definitely like to change that here, as that pitch is also close and also taken for ball 2. 2 close pitches there for Kindreich. Did not get the call on either one. Let's see how he bounces back here with 2 quality pitches, but yet still down in the at-bat here. He fires, and that pitch is swung on and foul-tipped into the catcher's mitt to move the count to 2-2. Kindreich looking to get the Chinooks back up to bat here, and rather quickly. He shakes off the catcher, gets the pitch he wants, looks and fires, and that is oh no! That is ball 3. That looked good to me, but I am not at a great angle here, to be fair. So that ball is probably outside, if I had to guess, and that was ball 3. The count moves full here for Kindreich. And the full count is down for ball 4. As Mann walks again, he has yet to get out in this one, having himself a nice showing here in the opening day. Kindreich with his 3rd walk of the evening, Definitely not what he wanted. However, he has not pitched poorly by any stretch. He's done a good job of limiting hard contact in this one, which is definitely a positive. As Kindreich looks down to first and fires in there, and that is ball 1. Devin Escher steps up to the plate. He's playing right field today, and thus far in this ballgame, he is 0 for 2 with a walk, and he has been caught stealing. He struck out last time, so he would definitely like to somehow reverse his fortunes in this one, as that one is ripped to left field, but right to John Graham out in left field, and Kindreich pitches a scoreless 8th to get the Chinooks 3 outs away from their first victory of the season, and we will be back with you to see the conclusion of this one right after this quick break. And we are back here on the Chinooks radio channel here on YouTube as we have a nail biter here as Kobe Ferris takes strike one from Cody Kerfman, who pitched a really good bottom of the 7th inning, and so they have allowed him to come back out and try and replicate that here in the 8th as Ferris takes strike two. He's quickly down here 0-2. If you're just joining us here, which I'd be surprised if any of you were just joining us, but just in case you are, welcome. And you've missed a pretty good ball game as that one is swung on and missed. And Weiss completes the play to first, and that will be strike three for Kobe Ferris as he goes down here for the first out here in the bottom of the ninth. The bottom of the 8th.
Now batting for the Chinooks, left fielder out of the University of Northern Colorado, number 22.
So you missed a really good first inning from the Chinooks as they jumped out to a 4-0 lead rather quickly. And since then, their bats have been relatively silenced by the great Pilots pitching. As that ball is taken in for a strike. In the 3rd inning, Ethan Mann for the Pilots hit a home run, and they were able to scratch out another run in the top of the 7th inning as that one is swung on and missed. But other than that, it has been a great pitcher's duel this evening, which is definitely something I enjoy watching as a former pitcher myself. And the 0-2 is swung on and missed. And they throw him out at first. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts for Cody Kerfman. It's definitely looking like letting him stay out there for the 8th is paying off for the Pilots right now. As Joe Keel, who hit a big 3-run double in the first inning, steps up to the plate looking to change the momentum of this inning as Cody Kerfman has pitched fantastic here the last 1 2/3 innings. And at the very least, you'd like to think, as that pitch is taken down, and just as I was about to say, you'd like to think at least Keel would like to not have Kerfman get an immaculate inning. But right as I was about to say that, he threw a ball one anyway. So perhaps I pre-jinxed him. As that ball is also taken out for a ball, as I don't think I had anything to do with that one. Keel looks in a good hitter's count. Kerfman fires, and a good pitch, but just outside. Taken for ball 3. His count moves to 3-0. We've seen several 3-0 green lights here in this one. I'd like to see if Keel has it in this scenario. As the 3-0 pitch is fired. And he does have it as he chops it to short. Lopez has made this play several times tonight, and he makes it again. Great play by Lopez to end it here in the bottom of the 8th.
In the bottom of the 8th for the Chinooks. No runs, no hits, no errors, no
And once again, the Chinooks will look to close this thing out tonight. Up 4-2 going into the top of the 9th. And we are back here to see what may be the conclusion of this ball game here.
Leading off the top of the ninth for the Glacier Pilots.
As number 28, Michael McNamara, steps into the box for the Pilots here.
Quick score update from around the league. Out in Palmer, the Miners lead the Bucks by a score of 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th right now.
Thank you, Aaron. No doubt it will be important to look at everyone's scores throughout the league, as every win may be important for playoff time, as that ball runs in and hits McNamara, as that is not the start that new pitcher Reese Lansville wanted to get going here in the top of the 9th inning. Like I said, new pitcher Reese Lansville here in the top of the 9th inning, looking to solidify that closer role this early in the season.
Now batting for the Glacier Pilots.
Very important, especially this early in the season, to get your confidence going. I've said that several times throughout the evening, but it does ring true. It's very important to go out there in your first game and execute when it matters. That definitely builds confidence, not only that day, but throughout the rest of the season, that you can continually execute when the time counts. As Lansville's 0-0 pitch is up for a ball. Lansville sets and fires as that pitch is in there for a called strike one. Count moves to 1-1. Up to plate, we have Grant Weiss, the catcher tonight. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Got around to third base in his last trip on the bases. However, he could not score. So that throw over to first base results in the runner getting back safely. Lansville looking to shut the door here for the Chinooks, as that ball is fired in there and hit foul down the right field line. Count moves to 1-2. Beautiful to see the fans so energetic, especially this late in the game. They are just as energetic in the top of the 9th as they were in the top of the 1st. So that's definitely great to see. No doubt we look forward to being there for these fans throughout the whole entire season. As that ball is flied out into center field, a tough play as Colby Ferris, the right fielder, takes that one. Makes the catch, as that is out number 1 here in the top of the 9th. So definitely not the game that Weiss wanted to start his season, as he finishes 0 for 3 with a walk, or I should say maybe not finishes, because you never know what could happen. But thus far, definitely not the start he wanted. As Lansville looks at first, fires in there, as that ball's flied out into left. Graham is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And the only thing that stands right now between the Chinooks and their first victory of the season is Terrence Seguida, and probably not the guy that you want to see right now, as he has been one of the few guys in this lineup to actually have success at the plate tonight. He is 1 for 2 with a walk, as he has accounted for 1 of only 3 hits for the Pilots this evening, as that throw over to first results in a safe call. Lansville, once again, looking to shut the door here for the Chinooks. He takes a peek at first and fires, as that ball's in there for a strike. He has definitely done a good job of bouncing back, at least up to this point, from the opening hit by pitch of the inning. Shakes off the catcher several times. Finally gets the pitch he wants. He sets, as time is called by Seguida at the plate. Didn't like what he was seeing there with all the shakeoffs from Lansville. Definitely a savvy move there to call time, especially when you see that many shakeoffs. And the 0-1 pitch is taken just off the plate for ball 1. Good off-speed pitch, though, from Lansville. But Seguida knows the weight of this moment, and he's not going to swing at anything that is not his pitch, especially early in the count. particularly when the two batters before him got out so quickly in the count, as that ball is stopped by Keel back there. That's a tough play. Oh, wait. It looks like they're saying that that ball hit him. I didn't exactly see what happened there, but the home plate umpire called that that hit Sagita. And so now there will be 2 on and 2 out, and that is going to prompt head coach John Groth to come out and kind of ask what the heck is going on here. I know that there's no replay in leagues like this, but if there were, I would definitely like to see that, because I didn't exactly see if that hit him or not. I can't exactly tell. Differing spin rates and everything like that. And obviously, home plate umpire cannot ask for help on a call like that, as that is solely his responsibility. But if there were a replay in this league, I feel like that one definitely would have been put to replay. But nonetheless, Devin Lopez, who has struggled at the dish tonight, he's 0 for 3 thus far, has a chance to, at the very least, keep this game alive, as that pitch is taken for a ball for the Pilots. So 2 flyouts and 2 hit by pitches in this inning. Definitely making things interesting here in the top of the 9th. And we will see how Lansville responds facing the 9-hole hitter, as that ball is ripped into right field down the line. That is a foul ball. Very close call here. That's another one that I think might have gone to replay here. But nonetheless, that is called a foul ball, and got to be frustrating for Devin Lopez, as he definitely thought that that was going to tie the game here in the top of the 9th. But instead, the count moves to 1-1, and it results in simply a loud, frustrating strike 1. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how both parties, the pitcher and the batter, respond after a key call like that one this late in the game. Lansville peaks at second. They pick off, and close play, but he gets back. Looked like he might have been leaning over there at second base, did McNamara. Interesting call here in the top of the 9th to pick off to second base, but if it had worked, it would have been a fantastic call, as that ball's taken up for ball 2. Count moves to 2-1, and you can see Devin Lopez still visibly upset, either because of the weight of the moment, the toughness of the foul ball call, or both, as he calls time here. Looks like there might be a bee or some kind of bug around home plate bothering the catcher, batter, and umpire all at the same time. Very, very talented bug, if that's the case, bothering so many people at once. But nonetheless, it looks like the problem has been cleared out, as this 2-1 pitch is just down, 3-1. Good hitter's count for Lopez here, as he looks to drive one into the gap and get those 2 runs home and tie this ball game up here in the top of the 9th. Lansville, hoping to avoid some kind of catastrophe here, is 1 out away from closing the door for the Chinooks, as that ball is hit foul. And this is a big count. If that is not understated, I don't know what is. 3-2 count, 2 outs, top of the 9th. This is what you play for as a player right here. As a pitcher, as a batter, as a catcher, maybe even as an umpire. This is the kind of moment that you live for, and we get to have it on day 1. What an opening day here in Eagle River, as the 3-2 pitch is fouled off. You could feel the intensity of the moment growing with every single moment that passes. And once again, these fans come alive here, just like they did in the top of the 1st, in the bottom of the 5th, and now. This 3-2 count, without a doubt, is the biggest moment of this ball game. The 3-2, nope. As Lansville looks the runner back just to make sure he's not doing any funny business out there. But McNamara was able to scramble back with little to no effort. Lansville looks in, takes a peek at second once again, and fires. And a great pitch! Strike three swinging, and the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks have won their first game of the season by a score of 4-2. What a pitcher's duel that we have had the privilege to call today, and what an opening day with fans back here in the stadium. First game in 2 years. How can you not be excited to see baseball again? Aaron, what a game.
What a way to start the season for the Chinooks. Can't start any better than that.
Absolutely not. Joe Keel will most likely be the hero of the ballgame here today with his 3-run double in the first inning. But it could very easily go to the starter of today's game, Zach Sundine, who pitched 5 fantastic innings, only allowing 1 run, and definitely set the tone for the Chinooks in this one. But either way, what a game that we have called today. My name is Tyler Lopes. I'm joined by Aaron Davis, and we hope to see you tomorrow as our game is at 2 p.m. Alaskan time, whatever the specific time would be in terms of Eastern Standard Time, whatever that's called. So it will be 2 p.m. here, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we hope to see you then. I'm Tyler Lopes, joined by Aaron Davis, and we will see you next time.